It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Thank you, Caroline. During the campaign,
Thank you, Peter.
I was raised to say thank you in the White House briefing room. During the campaign, President Trump said that he did not know anything about Project 2025. Now he knows about it. Is that the blueprint for shrinking the government?
Look, the blueprint is what the president and his team and his cabinet secretaries ultimately decide. And the president trusts his cabinet secretaries to identify where there is waste, fraud, and abuse. We pointed out this morning, or Russ Vogt tweeted about this morning, a Chicago rail project that was canceled. We paused $2.1 billion in Chicago infrastructure projects, specifically the Red Line extension and the red and purple modernization projects. And it's because the administration is concerned that the Biden administration was handing out taxpayer dollars to pay for this construction based on DEI. DOT is reviewing the race-based contracting on unconstitutional grounds, and in the meantime, the Department of Transportation funds for these projects are on hold. So I guess this answers both of your questions. This would be an example of that.
And just because there's so much shutdown talk, something different.
I gotta go back because I gotta Google what the hell she just said. But I think what she said
red
is
and purple. $0.1 billion in Chicago infrastructure projects, specifically the Red Line extension.
I'm finna look up the Red Line extension, but I think that's some racist shit. But so oh no. Okay, that ain't nothing. Okay, in terms of redlining in the housing market, that's why I had to check that. Because redlining meaning like back when like they weren't selling blacks homes outside of the red lines. Like they would have these areas where they would only sell black people homes. And that's what they call redlining. Let me see. I'm finna get. Redlining is a discriminatory practice of withholding financial and other services from neighborhoods deemed risky due to the high concentration of racial or ethnic minorities. So when she said that, that's what I immediately thought of. But in Chicago, that is for a train. That's a train. So two different things. But when she partnered redlining and DEI, that's what made me think, I don't know.
Rail project that was canceled. We paused $2.1 billion in Chicago infrastructure projects, specific cabinet secretaries to identify where there is waste, fraud, and abuse. We pointed out this morning, or Russ Vogt tweeted about this morning, a Chicago rail project that was canceled. We paused $2.1 billion in Chicago infrastructure projects, specifically the Red Line extension and the red and purple modernization projects. And it's because the administration is concerned that the Biden administration was handing out taxpayer dollars to pay for this construction based on DEI. DOT is reviewing the race-based.
See, this is the part where it sounds like they're doing what actual redlining is versus the red line construction project for a rail station. So it's saying that they're trying to roll back something Biden did because they're doing it for DEI, which is probably discriminatory practice with withholding financial and other services from neighborhoods is what they're trying to do. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but if she broke down what she means by this, I think we'll get a better understanding. But just from the everyday average American, this sounds a little fishy, but I mean, you can go buy a property anywhere, here in Oklahoma, but I don't know what she's talking about in Chicago.
Contracting on unconstitutional grounds, and in the meantime, the Department of Transportation funds for these projects are on hold. So I guess this answers both of your questions. This would be an example of that.
And just because there's so much shutdown talk, something different. What do you guys think about the NFL's decision to name Bad Bunny as the Super Bowl halftime performer? Somebody has not scheduled shows in the U.S. because he says that he's worried that ICE is going to come and arrest his fans.
Well, look, I know there are many in this room who are very anxious to hear the president's response to Bad Bunny being the halftime show, so I won't get ahead of him. I won't reveal what he feels about this. Next time you all ask him a question, you're welcome to do that. I have my own feelings on that, but that's not what I'm up here to talk about. As far as ICE being at the Super Bowl, as far as I'm aware, there's no tangible plan for that in store right now. However, of course, this administration is always going to arrest and deport illegal immigrants when we find them. If they are criminals, we're going to do the right thing by our Peter.
All right, so they said they're going to arrest illegal immigrants when they are criminals. Deemed that you came over to this country illegally, you are officially a criminal by law. That doesn't mean that you're out committing crime. That just means you broke the law, and as you continue to be in this country, you are continuously breaking the law. And that is the legal, that's her legally saying right. She's right in what she's saying. They're arresting criminals because as you're in this country illegally, you are presently committing a crime. You don't, once you cross, it don't mean like the crime only stopped when you crossed. If you continue to stay here in the country illegally, you're still a criminal. And that's that fine line in quotations of criminal. So just like they arrested the old people outside the deli, I believe just it doesn't matter. Age don't have an effect on who gets arrested or what. As long as you're in this country illegally, they will deem you a criminal and they will arrest you. And that's what she just said. And so don't go to the Bad Bunny concert. Just saying. And or I wouldn't even go to no concerts. If you're an illegal immigrant, I wouldn't go to no concerts. There is a high chance that you will go to a concert or any gathering, and there will be ICE there. But you know what? I live in Oklahoma, a red state. We haven't seen ICE here. Or have we? I don't know. I don't think I've seen ICE. Maybe not.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.